And if you would look at slide 21, which talks about strategy for the future, you'll see where we plan to continue to reference our top competitors' decisions and just use them as guideline if they still exist above us and holding the market share, because so far what's been working for us is taking their decisions, looking at them, and having our own modifications and alterations to them to make it our brand while still replicating it because it seems to be working for demand and for the consumers of what they want. In addition, we plan to add more brands. We want to add more desktops for more of a middle class. Right now we have an extremely extravagant one for the workhorse and a lower cost one for the cost cutter, but we want to offer a middle one with a middle amount of features. And we want to add more laptop brands. Right now we kind of have a middle laptop for the traveler, but we want to offer a really high-end laptop with a lot of features and one more on the lower end with not so many features for those who maybe don't want to invest as much money into it but still want a laptop they can travel with. It'll just be more affordable for them. And then finally, we're going to increase operating capacity. We want to be able to just fully produce products as much as we can so that way we can hold them in our inventory and not have to change over back and forth between brands. Since we do want to increase the amount of brands that we're going to be having, this part is crucial because if we are offering 6 to 7 to 8 brands on the market, changeover time and cost is going to be crucial to keep lowered. So we need to really increase our operating capacity to be able to do so and be able to hold inventory to make sure that we don't have to keep going back and forth in the factories when producing.
Throughout all 8 quarters, we've most definitely encountered several difficulties that required appropriate thought and adjustment. One of the bigger mistakes that we made was the capacity level at which we chose to run our factory. After the first quarter, the estimated rise in demand for certain products was much more than what we anticipated it to be. So that left us with a significant amount of ill-will customers. If we could do things differently, we would increase our factory capacity from the start. This would allow us to then overproduce products just in case demand exceeded the amounts we predicted, like they did in the first few quarters. In addition, being able to produce more products at one time and hold a higher inventory would allow us to not have to change over from brand to brand as often. This, in turn, would have also allowed us to significantly decrease changeover costs and time in production. Ultimately, if we would have increased operating capacity from the beginning, we could have produced a surplus of brand 1 and keep the excess in inventories while producing brand 2, as the demand would have continued to draw the inventories down as we focused more on the production of brand 2. Another lesson learned would be the importance of proper advertising. We feel that advertisement, without a doubt, an area we fell short in, as we didn't take the chance to effectively bring about our customers' awareness to our products. Fortunately, in quarter 5, we recognized our lack in this area, and like stated in the previous section, made the changes we needed to have strong advertising. However, if we could go back and do it over, we would start out with investing a lot more money and efforts into the strength of our ads to be able to bring customers awareness of our products sooner than the time we did. Another crucial lesson we learned is the importance of taking advantage of our market research and analyzing the decisions our competitors made. Most companies don't realize that they have the opportunity to look at what the competition is doing. Doing this seems to be scorned upon by many, as it sometimes gives the impression that your company is not innovative or it is just copying what others are doing. But this certainly is not the case. When we look at how other companies are performing, we get to see what they are doing to gain customers, what they're doing to better their products, what mistakes they are making, and we get the opportunity to analyze all this information so that we don't repeat their errors and so that we can look for ways to better their strategies in obtaining a customer base. This was also something that took us several quarters to pick up on and take complete advantage of, but it seemed to work in our favor in the last few quarters.